All right. Ooh,
What's your fortune going to be today?
My fortune, probably the same as that last bad one I got. I told you about. Life's a bumpy road. You should wear a seatbelt.
Well, make up your own then.
Make up my own?
Yes. I'm going to be happy today. I just decided that.
I decided I can't say
And there's nothing in my coffee, I swear.
I just decided I can't say mine on the radio. All right. We are live on YouTube. Good morning, YouTube. I forgot to press the button.
Oh, good.
That's my job, is to press the buttons, but they don't pay me to press the buttons, so I don't do it very well. All right, we're going to start off. We got our weather. We got the breakfast and lunch for the kids, so we're going to roll into our bits and breaks for this morning. These are some bars I found that we could hit during summer road trips. All right? The first place we land in our trip across America is the Tipsy Cow. All right, the Tipsy Cow, of course, in Madison, Wisconsin.
Really?
Yes. Now
Why is the cow tipsy?
I have no idea. It's just the name of the bar.
Oh, the name of the bar.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I imagine you're a lover of the IPA, right?
Yes.
And what does that stand for?
India Pale Ale.
All right. And why is that so special? I mean, why is that like your favorite?
Hoppy and bitter.
It's hoppy and bitter.
Sometimes flowery.
Huh. Well, I'm hoppy and bitter.
Oh, okay, Scott.
Sorry.
All right.
Sorry. Snake and Jake's Christmas Club Lounge. This does not sound like a fun bar at all. All right, it's in New Orleans, Louisiana. Snake and Jake's Christmas Club Lounge. Another bar.
I like snakes.
Yeah? All right.
Yeah, they're cool.
I just did sound Snake and Jake. What is it, Christmas all year long? That's like too much for
I don't know if I like Jake, but I like snakes.
Okay. All right, we're passing on the Jake. We will take the snake. All right.
Where are you?
All right, the next bar we travel to is back in Madison, Alabama this time. And it's called Wish You Were Beer.
Oh, that is so clever. I wish you were.
All right. If you accidentally get drugged to Minneapolis, Minnesota, trust me, you don't want to go there.
Oh, really? I'm sorry, you guys. I can't go there.
All right, inside joke. Psycho Susie's Motor Lounge in Tiki Garden, Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Psycho
Susie's.
What do? Drive your motor in? And it's a drive-in, sounds like.
Psycho Susie's
Tiki
Motor
Garden?
Lounge.
What's a Tiki Garden? Oh, it's a little lamp.
Yeah.
All
right.
Must be a drive-in.
All right. I think Grumpy John actually opened this and moved away. This bar happens to be in Victor, Idaho, so not too far away. I made things rhyme, but it's called Grumpy's Goat Shack.
There you go.
Want a beer?
Victor, Idaho.
Oh.
Somewhere in Idaho.
In Washington, D.C.
Oh.
The Fainting Goat.
Wow, I really want to go there.
I wonder which politician's picture they show it. Oh, I wish I would have had this ready.
Yeah.
All right. I hope I can say this one nicely. In Tucson, Arizona, our last stop of crazy bars, it's the Surly Wench Pub in Tucson.
Wow. Surly Wench.
What are you guys hanging out tonight? We all be down at the Surly Wench Pub.
Hi, mate. What about Washington?
It's not on there.
Oh.
Cool bars in Washington.
Cool bars in Washington. How about No Lie Brewery in Spokane, Washington?
No Lie? Is
No
that what it's
Lie.
called? No Lie.
Yeah, No Lie.
All right. Saturday's Pencil Appreciation Day.
Oh.
It was the day it was patented. Somebody actually put a patent on a pencil. 1858. A pencil can write 45,000 words before it runs out of lead, on average.
Wow.
More than 2 billion pencils are used in the United States every year. 2 billion. Typical pencil can draw a line 35 miles long.
Wow.
I know what we're doing this afternoon.
Oh, yes.
We're going to tie one to the bottom of the car on a spring, so as it gets smaller, it keeps going down.
Yeah, what is Scott at the radio station doing now?
Oh, yeah. He's seeing how long he can draw a line for. All right. The hexagonal-shaped pencil was developed as an alternative to the round pencil so that the pencil would not roll off the desk.
Well,
But you can still get round pencils. Why?
you know, the new pencils, what are those little clickers the kids like?
Yeah?
Those are the new thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Clickers.
I don't know. They're supposed to be in.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to
Not cool because I don't have the... Oh, I know.
twist and turn and chin, you know, peel them off or whatever.
So my kids were in school more recently, especially, well, the last one still is. So yeah, during the school supplies, got to have the clicky pencils. All right, pencils can write in zero gravity, and so were used on early American and Russian space missions. Even though NASA engineers are worried about the flammability of the wood pencil in a pure oxygen atmosphere, not to mention the menace of the floating bits of graphite and wood shavings from sharpening them.
Oh, yeah.
More than half of all pencils, guess where they come from?
China.
China. Factories there turn out more than 9 billion pencils a year, even though we only use 2 billion. So a lot of other people using pencils too.
Right.
All right. That wasn't that fun.
Pencils are fun for art.
All right. I got a few before I throw trivia at you today. And then how are you at history?
Oh, good luck.
Good luck? Okay. I was checking this out, and we're just going to skip it. All right, but I do have a couple trivia questions. Just a moment. I said news headlines because we have missed the morning show with there was no morning show Monday, and then we had a guest yesterday. So there's a few stories that we missed, and one of them I went back and grabbed a few and saved them. This first one I found was kind of scary. Hackers could take over some implanted defibrillators.
Oh.
It says the world's largest medical device company has acknowledged that many of its implanted cardiac defibrillators use an unencrypted wireless protocol that could allow an attacker to change the settings of your life-saving device.
What's this world coming to?
I know.
It's just too automated.
The vulnerability affects more than 20 defibrillator models, monitors, and programmer units made by Medtronic. So if you have a built-in defibrillator in your chest, you might want to find out what brand it is. Devices include implantable cardioverter defibrillators, or ICDs, which can correct dangerously fast or irregular heartbeats, and cardiac resynchronization therapy defibrillators, or CRTDs, which essentially are pacemakers that deliver a small electric charges to keep the heart's ventricles pumping in sync. So if you've got a pacemaker or one of these defibrillators, you should probably check the brand. I'm sure they're probably tracing them, but how long could that take?
Oh, I don't know anything about them, but I just sense it's like the cars that are automated. And
good luck with that.
You know, if we're using it in the right way, or if it's not used in the proper way, then automation can be good, but then it can also be in the wrong hands.
That's just kind of scary.
You started out talking about hackers, so.
Well, yeah, and that's what they're worried about, is hackers getting into the wireless protocol of your pacemaker, let's say, and turning it off. I mean, I think on the average person, we got nothing to worry about. But if you were a politician, that could maybe be a different story, or a public figure, or a different story, or
we'll just
something like that.
have to pray for them, I guess.
All right. More seniors turn to pot for age-related aches. One of the fastest-growing segments of marijuana buyers in America is 65 and older.
Imagine that.
Well, they were all hippies, right?
Right.
In the 70s, they were all hippies.
And then it's like the best pain reliever, isn't it? Or one of the top ones is what I hear. I don't know much about it.
All right. All right. Most states now have legal marijuana, and 10 of them allow marijuana to 21 and older to use it recreationally. Many Americans, 61%, support legalization for recreational use. That's a pretty big number. 61% of Americans want it legalized across the country.
What is it? Just here and Colorado? It's illegal?
No, there's Oregon, Hawaii. There's a total of 10 recreational states now. It's grown.
Okay, I've lost track.
It's grown that much, and then I think, I heard it, but I never read it. There was a thing that said Trump had signed something that made medical marijuana legal across the United States, but states still have their own choice whether or not. But even most all states now, medical is legal. The reason is obvious. He's saying the aging are seeking to treat aches and sleeplessness and other maladies. How do you say maladies?
Maladies.
Thank you. Of old age with the same herb that many of them once passed around in their youth.
Oh, my goodness.
It's true. That's what I said. That is the flower generation. So why wouldn't they be turning back to that for aches and pains?
Yeah, sure. Something natural.
And it truly isn't like
it's not
it's not like opioids.
No, it's not
painkillers.
manufactured.
That's right.
It's not synthetic.
Some senior living centers are now holding educational workshops with names like Cannabis 101 for the people who live at the old folks' home.
Wow, I can imagine that. They're probably having a really good time in that classroom.
All right.
Here, try this, try that. No, wait, I can't do this.
I wonder if they're doing that locally.
I don't know anybody in the school system, but maybe they would know.
No, it's not
the college.
No, old folks' homes.
Oh, I missed
Classes
that.
at old folks' homes. No, they're not doing that at school. That would be really, really bad.
Oh, sorry.
On college campuses, the new class, Cannabis 101.
When you said 101, I automatically thought college.
I had to choose it as my last class of the day because I couldn't make it to another one afterwards.
I'm sure it helped you get your studies done, your homework and all that.
Why do you have a pillow? Oh, I'm going to Cannabis 101.
I'm getting my homework done. It helps me.
Yeah, it's nappy time.
It boosts my neurons.
Oh, wow. What's in the water at Maine Medical Center in Portland, Maine? Specifically in the hospital's labor and delivery unit. 9 nurses in the unit are pregnant.
Oh, ouch.
All are due between April and July. And if that prompts me to say, it wasn't me.
Oh, you just have to say that, didn't you? That's a guy thing.
I know. There's a plan in place.
Of course it is.
Usually, but I think they can do that artificially now, too.
Oh,
that's
bummer.
Good, Daisy. That's a guy thing.
Taking all the fun out of it. Gee whiz. What's going on these days?
I have a feeling there's one busy doctor. There's a plan in place at the hospital to cover for all the women when they take their maternity leaves all at the same time. Wow. There are 80 registered nurses currently working in the labor and delivery unit. I had no idea getting pregnant could be catching.
I didn't know anything about that either.
All right. Here we go. This one's fun. All you social media people. Survey found that most people don't want to be friends with their bosses or parents on social media.
No, I figured that. No, that's why I'm not getting friends from those.
In the poll about people who who you don't want as an online friend, bosses topped the list with 86%. Parents came out second with 74% because sometimes you can't be yourself with your parents around.
But they still look you up.
Even when you're 52.
They still look you up.
That's right.
Yeah, follow you.
Parents came around second with 74%, followed by colleagues at 69%. I guess colleagues might throw you under the bus for something. Relatives at 61%, and exes at a mere 52%. I'm sorry, that should be on the top. Don't let them stalk you.
Oh, it's all good.
It's all
Just
good.
Consider
it's all good.
You're famous, and they love you.
Yeah.
That's how you look.
I think I'm all 3 of my exes are friends on my Facebook page.
Wow. I'm glad it's not 7.
Oh, yeah. Eat chocolate.
Oh, I love chocolate.
I know. We were talking about this yesterday.
And
this one is actually from Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Yet another study concludes that eating chocolate in moderation is good for unclogging those blocked arteries. Of course, the study was done by the Mars Candy Company. So it's kind of iffy.
It's got to be out there, Mars.
Yeah, they make M&Ms and Snickers, which is always, I hate the candy bar, but it's fun to say. Could I have a Snickers?
What about Ghirardelli? Ghirardelli chocolate.
Ghirardelli? Is it Ghirardelli? Ghirardelli.
Oh,
I don't know, but it's gourmet, that's for sure.
Yeah, gourmet.
The science looks sound. As you probably know, the cocoa in chocolate contains something called flavonoids.
Oh,
Flavonoids.
That's probably one of those neurotoxins.
It's an antioxidant, actually, that prevents plaque from forming along your artery walls.
So it's actually real? It's not synthetic?
It is real.
Oh, okay. It sounds
and
like
I am not a doctor, even though I sound like one on the radio.
Well, natural flavors is like...
Yeah. No, they're flavonoids, and I've learned that from a health food store.
Oh.
Yes. So, yeah, actually very good for you.
Awesome.
When men can't figure out women... I picked this one out for me.
Self-therapy.
Women still have a complex and contradictory relationship with their own image. A poll found 25% of those questioned would rather win a reality TV modeling show than the Nobel Peace Prize.
Say that again.
Women. A poll found that 25% of those questioned would rather win a reality TV modeling show than the Nobel Peace Prize. Come on,
really?
ladies.
I didn't take that. I would have definitely said the Nobel.
More than a quarter of those in the survey admit that they would make their best friend fat for life if it meant they could be thin.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm just going to say, Daisy, what happened to your best friend?
No. Yo solo sé que no sé nada.
I hope that was clean.
Yes, it was.
Okay. Half of women under 30 said they would marry an ugly man if he were a multi-millionaire.
I can see that one.
Great. Now I've lost on 2 points.
Poor Scott.
All right, more.
But you can be rich in other ways.
Okay.
There. How's that?
I feel better.
You feel better?
I feel better.
Okay.
Okay, more bad news. Women prefer men with nice cars.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I like the old Volkswagen Bugs.
It says here, and not a tracker that looks like a woman's car. Oh. All right. This isn't working out well for
The
me.
tracker.
Yeah.
It does have a name to it, like Stalker.
What do you drive? I drive a Chevy Stalker. Looks like a woman's car, so you'd never know I'm following you. Just don't get into too deep of snow, because it don't go very good. All right. Man sitting in an expensive car is far more attractive to women than the same man sitting in an economy car.
Well, what about your sports car? You gave me a little situation that happened with that, you know?
Research, I guess it's true.
Yeah.
Researchers at the University of Wales showed 120 women between the ages of 21 and 40 a picture of a guy behind the wheel of a luxury car and then inside a battered Ford Fiesta. Most of the women rated the same guy's personal attractiveness higher when he was seated inside the more expensive car.
Oh, my.
When the experiment was reversed, men showed absolutely no preference for a woman in a fancy car.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We're totally cued in on the hotness factor. We don't care about your car. We got our own. And women never drive okay, I'll take it back. Very few women will drive a cool car.
Very few.
Very few. We'll have a sports car or something like that. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a few around town. I know some ladies that have sports cars. But it's rarer, definitely far more rare than guys. Because you're probably more sensible.
You don't have to pay the high insurance.
Yes. All right, more relationship stuff, you think?
don't want to be spotted, too, like stay undercover.
That's right.
You know.
All right. Is a man really interested in you? All right, Daisy, how do you tell when a guy's interested in you?
His eyes?
His eyes? And what do?
They light up.
They light up.
Yeah. They smile.
His eyes must meet yours across a crowded room. Is that the look of love? Only, say scientists, if it lasts longer than 8.2 seconds.
8.2.
Yeah.
What if you can't stop staring at each other for 8.2 seconds?
If the man stares at you for at least 8.2 seconds. If a man's gaze is more like 4 seconds, research suggests he's less than impressed.
Okay, I'm going down here now.
Don't get all bent out of shape. Come on. All right. So the men looked into the eyes of actresses they considered beautiful for an average of 8.2 seconds. But that dropped to 4.5 seconds when gazing at those they rated less attractive.
Wow.
The female students, however, did not differ in the amount of time that they spent looking at the actors. Researchers believe that men use eyes contact to seek out fit and fertile mates. And women are more wary of attracting unwanted attention because of the risks of unwanted pregnancy and single parenthood.
I can see that. Yeah. That makes sense.
All right.
That's the only one that made sense to me.
So when you see a guy staring at you, get out your smartphone and set the timer and see how long he stares if you're curious.
What about sunglasses? Probably wouldn't. Might deter.
Oh, now you're causing problems. All right. Last thing about relationships I'm going to do. All right. This is the last one. British groom Ben Winecup and his groomsmen trusted the best man with the $10,000 to organize and book the dream bachelor party for his best friend. That best man was supposed to arrange travel accommodations for Kchw, 3 friends, his father, 2 brother-in-laws, and a family friend. Instead, the best man stole the $10,000.
Oh, my goodness.
In Kchw said, in the weeks running up to the party, we were all getting excited, and there was no signs that anything was wrong. We had decided on the flights and the hotel, on the strip where we would stay, and the best man said he'd take care of it all. Then on that night they were supposed to fly, the unnamed best man allegedly confessed that he had stolen all of the bachelor party money.
Oh, shame on you.
There were 3 family members who had already flown to London for the bachelor party, and one was mid-flight from New Zealand when the bad news broke that the rest would not be joining them. The groom's mom quickly organized a GoFundMe campaign to offset some of the money they had to come up with, and everyone eventually got to Vegas.
And was this like a special group or, you know, royalty or something? I think it would be
just fancy pants.
Okay.
I mean, how many...
I was going to say it'd be kind of funny if it was such, because, you know, they have that air about them, you know, and then it's kind of like karma. Maybe it was coming back on them, you know, sort of thing. If you know, if they were uppity and greedy or whatever, you know,
like if the royals all got stuck in Flagstaff, Arizona at an airport or something.
It would be like that to me. But if it was just average, I'd be like,
oh, the Queen Mum stuck in Flagstaff, Arizona.
Because
I get it. I like it. I like it. All right, so I think that's going to wrap it up. We'll go into some tunes, and we come back. We're going to have birthdays. All right, a little bit of today in history.
Okay.
And, of course, today's goofy holidays. But we're going to roll a few songs out for you. Me and Daisy found this one this morning by accident, didn't we?
Yes.
And it's really groovy.
Groovy.
All right, this one's fairly new. It's called Mother, Mother, and the song is Get Up.
Get up, wake up.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Enjoy. It's KCHW 102.7.
You want greatness, you wanna taste it, you wanna be a king. You wanna make it, you wanna fake it.